Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us. I'm Peter Dubois.
And I'm Beth Jones. First tonight, a young girl is considered a hero for the actions she took when the house across the street caught fire.
Our Matthew Jurancic has the story.
Multiple fire departments responded to a structure fire at 7 Fairgrounds Road in Ellsworth on Monday morning.
Approximately 9 o'clock this morning, we got a report that there was a structure fire here on Fairground Road.
Gillerot says 3 people were reportedly in the house at the time and made it out safely. One was taken to the hospital to be checked out for minor smoke inhalation. The other 2, an elderly couple, was taken by Atlantic Transportation Solutions to a warming center. Fire crews from Ellsworth, Hancock, Lemoyne, Trenton, and Bar Harbor responded to help put out the blaze. The cause of the fire is unknown, but Chief Gillerot tells us that the fire was contained to the front of the second floor. The scene would have been much worse if it weren't for the swift actions taken by Emmeline McDonald.
I saw fire coming out of the window right in front, and then I saw smoke coming out. I got out and then I told her, and then she called all the people.
Her mother is proud of Emmeline for coming to her about this, and her heart goes out to the homeowners.
You feel kind of shocked and sad for the family that went through it. I think people don't think fires happen anymore, but they do, unfortunately, and I don't know, my heart just grieves for them.
Gillerot says the best thing in these scenarios is to always reach out.
It just goes down to the whole theory of see something, say something. If you see smoke and fire coming from a building, call 911 immediately. We'd rather get on the road and find out what's going on early as opposed to waiting and thinking that somebody else is going to call.
In Ellsworth, Matthew Jurancic reporting for ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
In other news tonight, a Caribou father is searching for his 16-year-old daughter, who he says has gone missing. Residential cameras show 16-year-old Grace Donovan leaving her maternal grandparents' home around 2 a.m. on Sunday. Grace's father, Frank Patain III, says he has since spoken to Grace's friends, who admitted she talked about running away weeks prior. Patain says his biggest priority right now is knowing his child is safe.
I want my family together in this hard time we're having right now. It makes you think 1,000 different things. Why did my child want to leave? Just want her to reach out to us and let us know she's okay. Just let me know you're it's hard to say it like this, but let me know you're alive and breathing.
Well, anyone who thinks they've seen Grace should contact the Aroostook County Sheriff's Office by dialing 532-3471.
A woman from Wells died in a snowmobile crash in northern Somerset County. Maine Department of Inland Fisheries and Wildlife spokesperson Mark Lottie says 50-year-old Tanya Hansen was following her husband in Johnson Mountain Township when she failed to navigate a turn on a trail and crashed into trees on Sunday afternoon. Lottie says Hansen was wearing a helmet but sustained serious injuries to her head and chest. An oncoming snowmobiler witnessed the crash and called 911. The Maine Warden Service and other emergency crews responded. Lottie says they performed CPR, but Hansen died near the scene. The crash remains under investigation.
After several aqua farm projects have encountered roadblocks and legal battles in their attempts to set up shop here in Maine, yet another company is proposing a similar project. They talked about what sets their company and their proposed project apart from the others. Katahdin Salmon is a recirculating aquaculture system salmon farm looking to set up shop in Millinocket across the river from the original Northern Paper Mill. The facility would produce 5,000 metric tons of Atlantic salmon per year and then later expand to 10,000 metric tons. Katahdin Salmon CEO Marianne Ness says the project would bring 80 high-quality jobs to the area along with some construction positions. She says what sets the company apart is that project leaders have decided to go smaller, greener, and away from the ocean.
The site will be remediated, and it will be an in-situ remediation, and all the sludge will be drained and used as infill. We decided to go inland. We decided to go smaller than the proposed facilities, and we decided to go greener. So we're using 100% non-carbon renewable hydropower.
Ness says she has spoken to the Millinocket Town Council along with community members, and she says so far they've received good feedback and support from environmental and tribal groups. The company plans to move through the remainder of the permit process with the Maine Department of Environmental Protection with transparency.
Well, outdoors, we've been enjoying quite a stretch of warmer temperatures for this time of the year, but really being able to enjoy being outdoors.
Yeah, and it's a refreshing turn.
Yeah.
Other than mud season, so now I've got
Right.
paw prints through my entryway, which is kind of fun anyway.
Yeah, it's a little fun.
But yeah, it does make it a little easier to be outside multiple times a day, as many of us are.
Yep.
And just nice to see those warmer temperatures coming. Here's hoping they continue to keep coming.
Yeah.
And let's get a first check of our forecast and see for sure.
Hey, Beth, thank you. Happy Monday. Your first weather is brought to you by Kings Mountain RC. And yes, temperatures today hanging out in the 40s. That's not normal, but colder air is on the way for us as soon as tomorrow. And then our next winter storm gets in here later on the week. But today, 47 here in late February, 45 in Millinocket. We'll take it, but again, we're going to pay for it down the road, right? Lots of partly cloudy skies out there now. There could be a couple of flurries or sprinkles in the air tonight. It won't be a big deal. But then tomorrow night, there's a system over here that could bring us a little bit of light snow tomorrow night, maybe an inch, maybe two, but then we wait throughout the day on Wednesday, followed by our next system getting in here late Wednesday into Thursday. So our forecast ends tonight, though. We're talking about partly cloudy skies or could be a flurry with low temperatures in the 20s. Your full forecast is coming up. Beth?
Alrighty, Jeff, thanks so much.
And still to come on Fox 22 News at 10, we'll tell you about some prospective changes coming to Waterville's downtown.
And we'll also introduce you to a local artist with a connection to a historic group of self-taught painters. Those stories and much more when we come right back.
This November, you'll vote on a costly scheme to radically change Maine's electric grid. Pine Tree Power would create a quasi-governmental-owned utility. It puts partisan politicians in charge of electricity and will cost Mainers $13.5 billion. It will mean higher electric bills, and proponents have no plan to improve reliability or service. Vote no on the costly electric scheme. It's a bad idea for Maine.
It wasn't just a little bit of soot on an old family photo. It wasn't just a couple of books soaked in water. And when you called Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration, you were not just another customer. That family photo hangs high yet again, and those irreplaceable first editions stay cemented in history. You keep the memories, we'll handle the rest. Statewide commercial and residential services. Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration.
Roto-Rooter has served the greater Bangor area and beyond for 35 years, offering plumbing, hydrojetting, snaking, descaling, video inspection, and grease interceptor cleaning services. For all your residential and commercial clogs, call Roto-Rooter today, 990-1234.
And away go troubles down the drain. Roto-Rooter.
Family owned and operating in the Bangor area for more than 10 years. Crosby's Welding is here to help you. We specialize in steel, stainless steel, and aluminum welding and fabrication. We serve many of the local industries from Maine lobstermen to the commercial trucking industry and everything in between. Fully mobile on-site construction services right down to custom signs and fire pits. Fast, friendly, reliable service. Give us a call today for a free estimate, 974-7815.
You just wait around a minute, something awful's bound to happen. You can save me. That's what we're here for.
911 Lone Star, Tuesday on Fox.
Coming up on Good Morning Maine, we'll check out the work of one Hamden painter who's working to preserve the memory and legacy of the Florida highwaymen artists. Plus, we'll have information regarding the Senior Property Tax Freeze program. And all of this week, we'll have extended sports segments for your basketball tourney recaps. This and more coming up on Good Morning Maine.
A dump truck driver is injured after crashing into a house in Scarborough earlier today. It happened at 225 Broad Turn Road earlier this afternoon. Firefighters say the truck left the building uninhabitable and knocked down power lines in the area. The driver is reported to have non-life-threatening injuries, and it's not clear yet what exactly caused that crash.
A local city is looking to breathe new life into its historic downtown and Main Street. Our Devin Dagnall met with the mayor of Waterville to discuss plans for the future.
Waterville is starting to be like an incubator for startups and new businesses.
The city of Waterville has been steadily making updates to its downtown and Main Street, but Waterville's mayor, Jay Coelho, says there are still a lot of vacancies that he would like to see filled by new business.
And really, it's about finding the right fit. It's not always about just renting to any tenant that wants a space. You need a mix. You can't have 5,000 restaurants downtown, but you can have a mix of retail, some clothing shops, some gift shops.
According to Coelho, the vacancies along Main Street can be attributed to two main factors. The first, like many things these days, is COVID. Coelho says there just weren't a lot of businesses opening during the pandemic, which stunted the city's growth. The second factor is the recent construction that took place on the street, which converted it from one-way traffic to two-way. Coelho says there are a few prospective businesses that could fill up the Main Street vacancies, but nothing has been confirmed yet.
People hear about it soon. More jobs coming to Waterville. We're hoping to get more manufacturing jobs in Waterville, not just retail and restaurant jobs. There's a lot of opportunity here.
Although the recent updates are considered by many to be improvements in the city, they are not without their critics. According to Coelho, residents have voiced issue with the changing city and what they see as overstepping from Kobe College. But he says the changes were needed to keep the city alive.
I think people have misinformation and they're worried about change, but I think that having a college that is invested in the town that it's in is good for the town. Does it accelerate change? It does. But I'd rather see accelerated change than dilapidated buildings.
In Waterville, Devin Dagnall, ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
The Augusta Civic Center is celebrating a big milestone. The event center is marking its 50th anniversary this year. The building, located on Community Drive, has hosted numerous events over the years, everything from basketball tournaments and the Shrine Circus to conventions and big-name concerts like Elvis and Pearl Jam. Well, to mark the building's milestone anniversary, organizers are attempting to break the Guinness World Record for largest gathering of Elvis impersonators either in May or in August. Civic Center events coordinator Melanie Ballergen says she's waiting to hear back from Guinness Book officials before she can confirm the date of that event. Sounds like a great time.
That will be definitely something to see. Well, a Hamden man is helping keep history alive one painting at a time. As Jody Hersey tells us, Hezekiah Baker Jr. is sharing his connection to the Florida Highwaymen artists, a small group of self-taught painters inducted into the Artists Hall of Fame not too long ago.
They didn't paint buildings or anything like that. They painted the old marshlands of Florida the way it used to be. I remember my dad would have 2 easels up at one time. He's painting one, painting another.
Hezekiah Baker Jr. says in the 1950s and 60s, his dad, Hezekiah Baker Sr., a self-taught painter, would create vibrant works of art depicting Florida, along with other black artists that later became known as the Florida Highwaymen artists.
It was actually 25 guys and 1 female artist, and they all was self-taught artists, and it was way back in the Jim Crow days creating their art, and they weren't allowed to really sell their art into the white establishments back then.
So Baker's father and the other artists relied on a salesman named Al Black, who would drive up and down the I-95 highway to sell their art.
I mean, they used to sell their art for like $25. Back then, that was a lot of money.
In 2004, the Florida Highwaymen artists were finally recognized and inducted into the Artists Hall of Fame.
You have the second generation highwaymen, which are the kids of the original 26, and he used to try to get me to paint all the time when I was a kid, and I just didn't want to do it.
That all changed after Baker retired from the military in 2010.
But I woke up with this overwhelming feeling to pick up a paintbrush and start painting. And so that's what I did, and this is what came out.
Baker is now using his brushstrokes to educate others about his dad and the legacy of the Florida Highwaymen artists.
That's a part of history that wasn't shown, that's not there, you know, in books that people know about. Now, if you lived in Fort Pierce, everybody knows about the Highwaymen. But as you venture further out from Florida, it starts to dissipate and no one really knows about it.
However, Baker plans to keep this piece of history alive, one painting at a time. In Hamden, I'm Jody Hersey for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Absolutely beautiful artwork there.
Yeah, it's just remarkable to hear the historical aspect of that group.
Yeah.
And that this guy just had the feeling to start painting, and that he picked it up and obviously very quickly excelled at it. Obviously, it's in his DNA. So.
Well, and it's good that we're finally learning about these artists and understanding their legacy, and hopefully, in so doing, gaining access to their art.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Just great stuff to see there, and still to come on the 10 p.m. news on Fox 22. President Biden making an unannounced visit to Kyiv, meeting with Volodymyr Zelensky and offering more help as Ukraine's war with Russia goes into its second year.
And growing concerns in East Palestine, Ohio, about what the future may hold after that train derailment which spilled toxic chemicals into the community. Well, those stories and more as the 10 p.m. news on Fox 22 continues.
It is said that the eyes are the windows into the soul, which begs the question, can a window have a soul? At Renewal by Andersen, we think so. When it's a window forged from Fibrix and over 100 years of refined craftsmanship, the essence of who we are transforms into a superior, stunningly beautiful window. So yes, a window can have a soul. For a limited time, take advantage of this great offer. Find out why we are the better way to a better window. Renewal by Andersen.
How sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. I was blind, but now I see.
Autumn of Life Home Care is a great place to work. The team here provided me with all the opportunities and experience necessary to grow within the company, all while working around my busy college schedule. They provided all the necessary licensing and training. It truly was the job that kickstarted my career.
Autumn of Life Home Care in Brewer is a licensed agency with personal support specialists.
Let our compassionate, reliable, considerate caregivers make your life a little easier by providing assistance for you or your loved one.
Autumn of Life Home Care. We focus on you. Apply today.
At Hood, our love for New England inspired New England Creamery. We make it with premium Hood milk and cream, then we overload it with the good stuff. Like Green Mountain Mint chip with a rich fudgy swirl, Maine Sweet Blueberry with real delicious blueberries, and Cape Cod Fudge Shop packed with fudgy truffles. Hood's New England Creamery, from Hood, for New England. Try all 13 flavors.
There's one number you need to know. It's called Joe.
Welcome back. President Biden made an unannounced stop in Kyiv Monday morning. The president meeting with Volodymyr Zelensky and offering more help as Ukraine's war with Russia nears the start of a second year. Fox's Steve Harrigan has more from Kyiv.
In a defiant display of solidarity, President Biden making a surprise stop in Kyiv, Ukraine, on his way to Warsaw, Poland, to mark the February 24th anniversary of the invasion by Russia. The president sharing this powerful message.
You're succeeding against all and every expectation except your own. We have every confidence that you're going to continue to prevail.
To help the Ukrainians triumph, the U.S. authorizing another $500 million in military aid.
That announcement includes artillery ammunition for HIMARS and howitzers, more javelins, anti-armor systems, air surveillance radars to help protect Ukrainian people from aerial bombardments.
Such an important package is an unmistakable signal that Russian revenge attempts will have no chance, and together we will protect our Ukrainian cities and our people from Russian terror.
President Biden and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky spending about 5 hours together, holding talks about next steps in what Biden called a brutal and unjust war. laying wreaths and holding a moment of silence for thousands of Ukrainian soldiers killed since 2014, and reiterating the U.S.'s commitment in the palace's guest book, closing his comments with "Glory to Ukraine."
I can tell you for sure our intelligence community is tracking closely reflections in Russia, how Vladimir Putin views this visit.
White House officials said they notified Russia of the visit several hours in advance. In Kiev, Steve Harrigan, Fox News.
Meanwhile, there are growing concerns in East Palestine, Ohio, about what the future could hold and how long it will take to recover from this month's train derailment involving toxic chemicals. Fox's Garrett Tenney has more.
Half a mile down the tracks from where a Norfolk Southern train derailed, Chris Ramoldi says, like a lot of people in this town, he's stuck.
I do roofing and siding for a living. Are you going to want to put siding and a new roof on your house that your property values are dropping? So my future's uncertain as far as my business in this town.
Chris also isn't convinced the air inside his home is safe, despite testing by the railway last week. His family's health issues haven't gone away, and yesterday he says his fiancée found an oily sheen on top of their dehumidifier's water.
So that tells me that if this chemical sticks to water, my dehumidifier's taking water out of the air in the basement, it's obviously still there.
I'm here to support the community. Visiting East Palestine this weekend, Norfolk Southern CEO Alan Shaw apologized and promised to make the town whole again.
I am terribly sorry that this happened to the community. Norfolk Southern is fully committed to doing what's right for this community.
We have no answers.
Joel and Cheryl Savransky have lived in East Palestine for 14 years.
They've destroyed this town.
Like many people here, the retired couple says making the town whole again is an impossible promise for the railway to make.
I don't believe it will ever happen.
I don't think people will ever feel the security here again that was once here.
Starting tomorrow, anyone in town with health concerns or questions related to the derailment will be able to come here to a health clinic that's been set up inside this church to give health assessments to anyone who wants one. In East Palestine, Ohio, I'm Garrett Tenney, Fox News.
Meanwhile, prayers and messages of support continue for the Carter family after former President Jimmy Carter enters hospice care. Fox's Caroline Shively has the latest from Washington.
An outpouring of support for America's longest living president as he receives hospice care at his home in Georgia.
I don't think we'll ever have another president like him. He really cared and he loved from his heart.
Over the weekend, the Carter Center in Atlanta announced America's 39th president had decided to spend his remaining time at home in Plains, Georgia. 98-year-old Jimmy Carter choosing to be with family after a series of short hospital stays. Since then, tributes and prayers have poured in from around the world, honoring Carter's legacy of campaigning for human rights and peace initiatives.
Not every day that you get to be so close to a place where a president lives and did so much great work. So that's why we came down here just to pay our respects.
Carter, a former peanut farmer and Georgia governor, won the White House after defeating former President Gerald Ford in 1976. The lifelong Democrat served a single term where he battled oil shortages, double-digit inflation, and in 1979, the Iranian hostage crisis. But he also led the nation to a number of successes, like the peace treaty between Egypt and Israel he helped broker with the Camp David Accords.
He was a great governor and a fantastic president.
After leaving office, he started the Carter Center with his wife, Rosalind. Last year, the center marked 40 years of promoting peace, democracy, and advancing public health around the world.
He's my uncle, so, I'm real partial to how I feel about how wonderful he is, but it's just, we got to keep his legacy going.
In 2002, Carter was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize. In Washington, Caroline Shively, Fox News.
And an amazing legacy indeed there. Coming up, we'll have your full 5-day forecast.
Stay with us.
High temperatures back in the 40s today, but hold on, colder air is on the way for us for tomorrow. And then our next winter storm gets in here with snow, potentially heavy. Those details when I come back.
I'm gonna make this right.
You can tell me the truth. Accused, Tuesday on Fox.
It is said that the eyes are the windows into the soul, which begs the question, can a window have a soul? At Renewal by Anderson, we think so. When it's a window forged from fabrics and over 100 years of refined craftsmanship, the essence of who we are transforms into a superior, stunningly beautiful window. So yes, a window can have a soul. For a limited time, take advantage of this great offer. Find out why we are the better way to a better window. Renewal by Andersen.
Leona May's Antique and Gift Shop is now open in Newport. Our unique building is a converted 1800s single-family home that we've given a new life to. A home for treasures, from antiques, collectibles, unique gifts, and so much more. Come make the rounds throughout the many rooms on all 3 floors as you wander back in time, or find a unique gift that's perfect for that special someone or that hard to buy for a relative. So come visit us today. Leona May's Antique and Gift Shop, 147 Main Street, Newport.
Whether you're hurt by a box truck or by any commercial vehicle, you may have a big case worth big money. If you've been hurt by any commercial truck, call the Twos. We win for you.
Hurt by a commercial truck? Come out on top. Call the Twos.
When the Katahdin General Store wants to know the local forecast, they log on to foxbangor.com. Come to the KG for fishing, hunting, and camping supplies, souvenirs, unique gifts, apparel like Lazy One, fresh sandwiches and baked goods, the beer cave, liquor, and a variety of takeout items.
It is Tourney Time 2023, and Fox 22 is your home for tournament coverage. Watch Fox 22 News at 10 for all your highlights and interviews as our high school teams go for that gold ball. And get the latest high school bracket information at foxbangor.com.
Tournament brackets are brought to you by Coastal Auto Parts, your local Napa Auto Parts dealer with 29 locations, owned and operated by a Maine family that cares. And Dorsey Furniture, Route 1A Holden, great quality furniture and Bangor's largest in-stock mattress selection. Free statewide delivery.
News doesn't happen in a newsroom, it happens out here in our communities.
It's more than just the headlines, it's stories of regular people doing extraordinary things.
And every morning on Good Morning Maine, we'll bring you those unique stories.
Stories that you won't see anywhere else.
And no matter what your plans are, we'll keep you prepared with a look at your local weather forecast for the day ahead.
Better mornings start right here.
Weekday mornings starting at 6 on Fox 22's Good Morning Maine.
Here we go. Your full weather is brought to you by Kia Appliance Sales and Service for major brands including GE, Whirlpool, KitchenAid, Speed Queen, and more. We hold the key to savings, and we hold the key to temperatures like this. 47 today here in Bangor, 40 also for Bar Harbor, 45 Millinocket. We'll take it. It is late February. Spring is in 28 days. It felt like spring today, but colder temperatures are on the way for tomorrow. In fact, high temperatures tomorrow may struggle to get out of the mid-20s or so throughout the afternoon. So our snowpack took a hit today, down to 3 inches here in Bangor, but just northwest of us, of course. There's lots of snow there, including Millinocket. But we're going to add some more snow to this week as we have a pretty good system getting in here later on Thursday into Friday. Out there now, though, so partly cloudy skies. There could be a sprinkle or flurry out there at time tonight. But overall, pretty clear conditions for us this evening. Our next weather system is over here to the west of us. That could easily bring us a band of snow tomorrow evening. That could give us a quick 1 to 2 inch snowfall tomorrow night. It won't be a big deal. We've been through heavier snows for sure. But behind that, there's another system just now getting going across the Pacific Northwest. That could easily bring a system in here Thursday into Friday. A slow-moving system, a colder system, thus snow is back in the forecast, late week snow, Thursday into Friday. And there's a lot going on here, right? There's many systems kind of lined up, so expect a very active weather pattern through the middle portions of next week. For tonight, though, looking at partly cloudy skies. Here's tomorrow morning, 5:30 or so. Partly cloudy skies, maybe some dense fog around. And then throughout the day tomorrow, partly cloudy. We'll call it increasing clouds late tomorrow night. And then here we go, midnight or so tomorrow. Here's 9:30, just to the west of us. We could see some light snow. This could be a band of 1 to 2 inches of snow pushes through just after midnight. And then we're done for Wednesday into Wednesday night, followed by our next weather system getting in here on Thursday. So this is what the snow looks like, right? So a widespread, probably inch, maybe 2 of snow tomorrow evening. But basically, of course, that's just an inch of snow. We can handle that, right? So going forward, our forecast ends tonight, though. We're talking about partly cloudy skies, a bit breezy out there. Low temperatures down near 20, a couple spots in the upper teens, with a west wind that could gust near 25 overnight. For tomorrow, it's Tuesday already. Increasing clouds, so partly cloudy, increasing clouds later in the day. Sunshine will give temperatures up near 35 or so. So much colder than it was today, right? With a southeast wind that could gust near 20 throughout the afternoon. afternoon. And then looking ahead, your 5-day forecast shows tomorrow 35. Same thing for us on Wednesday with some sunshine. And then look what happens. A front's going to come through Wednesday night. Thursday, we're talking about snow showers. Also on Friday, much colder temperatures, light fluffy snow with highs in the teens, lows below 0 Friday night, and not recovering much on Saturday at all as much colder temperatures are on the way for the weekend. Beth?
So a chilly end of the week. Winter is by far and away not done yet.
Absolutely. We do get a couple of days to kind of enjoy before that cold snap hits. So
revel in those 30s.
Exactly. All right, we'll get ready for Fast Break coming up with Tyler Cruz and Ryan Sudol.
All the latest in high school basketball, all the coverage you could ever want coming your way.
Tonight's Doc Report is brought to you by Maine Valve, with more than 30 years of experience across the state of Maine, providing top-quality real estate services.
Looking to buy or sell a home? The More True team of Better Homes and Gardens works throughout the state of Maine with both buyers and sellers with a focus on the greater Bangor area. Give the ladies of the More True team a call today or visit their Facebook page.
It's your journey. Own every mile in an available H-Track all-wheel drive Hyundai SUV. Lease an all-wheel drive 2023 Tucson for $239 a month or get 0% APR for 48 months. See your Bangor Hyundai dealer.
Let's face it, getting training and experience is hard, but at Loring Job Corps, we can help. From certifications in automotive technology, obtaining your CDL, or learning building trades, we have you covered. Maybe you prefer joining the high-tech world of computer networking or cybersecurity. We have that as well. Don't delay, get in the driver's seat to your future today. And the best part, Loring Job Corps is free. Receive free training, free meals, and even free housing. Call or go to jobcorps.gov/Loring. Job Corps careers begin here.
When a governor wanted to increase sales in his state, I suggested a sales tax holiday. When the Treasury wanted to stimulate the economy, I suggested they try 0% interest.
His dreams, maybe. Dorsey's beautiful home furnishings are all on sale right now. Plus, you'll find items in every department with Dorsey's red clearance tags. So with 24 months, 0% financing, or an additional 5% off, this is a great time to buy quality home furnishings and mattresses from Dorsey's.
Live beautifully and save, my friend.
Looking to buy or sell a home? The More True team of Better Homes and Gardens works throughout the state of Maine with both buyers and sellers with a focus on the greater Bangor area. Give the ladies of the More True team a call today or visit their Facebook page.
It's an epic new season with weekly themes and a special new twist.
What? Somebody's messing with us.
The Masked Singer, Wednesday on Fox.
Welcome in to Fast Break Tournament Edition, brought to you by Dorsey Furniture and Coastal Auto Parts, your local Napa Auto Parts dealer.
Welcome into Fast Break Tournament Edition, sponsored by Dorsey Furniture and Coastal Auto Parts. Bit of a broken record. Tyler Cruz here with Ryan Sudol for Day 3 of the Maine High School Basketball Tournament. A lot of action here at the Cross Center on Monday. Yeah, we tipped things off at 9 in the morning, and the last game tipped at around 9 at night. Class C quarterfinals tipped off today, the last class to do so. But before that, Class D started us off. Let's check out those brackets heading into today. Number 2, Machias. And number 3, Skank took care of business in their quarterfinal games against Wisdom and Katahdin, respectively. And today, Southern Aroostook faced Jonesport Beals, the 1-8 matchup, and Bangor Christian and Easton, the 4-5. And for the boys, you had East Grand pulling off, or for the girls, you had East Grand pulling off the upset over Machias, Wisdom moving on, and then the Northern quarter semifinal matchups are yet to be set. That one was decided this morning. Southern Aroostook and Ashland, Deer Isle, Stonington, and Katahdin. So, just a few more games left before those quarters are all wrapped up and the semis are all set. Let's start the day with the morning game. Class D girls quarterfinal is where we'll pick things off. Number 5, Katahdin against number 4, Deer Isle Stonington. Second quarter, Mariners have it, and it's going to be Maya Brown over to her sister Macy. She steps in and drills the mid-range bucket. DIS up big. Still up, Katahdin's Hunter Hartsgrove on the steal. She kicks it up to Elizabeth Lane, and she's going to take it all the way to the hole
Dare
for
I
the
say
lay-in.
Dare I say the lane?
Mariners lead 22-7 at the half. In the second, Cougars would get some kicks in. Here's Hartsgrove with a nice drive past the defense for her lay-in, but the Mariners would maintain control on both ends of the ball. Here's Maya Brown on the steal, and she's just going to go coast to coast with it. How about taking it all by herself? She'll finish it off. Deer Isle Stonington wins 45-21. They're headed to the semis.
We worked on their offense against our defense, and that definitely helped us a lot. Just picking apart certain things and keys to get open.
Okay, next D girls quarterfinal, top seed Southern Rustic against number 8 Ashland. This game was 38-8 Warriors at the half, and they continue in the third. Maddie Shields over to her cousin Cammie Shields. She nails the 3. Later on, check out this passing from Southern Rustic. Everyone touches it. It ends with Madison Russell catching a cutting Libby Anderson for 2. Still third quarter. Ashland scores one of their just 2 buckets in the quarter. There's Abby Dowdy putting it in from outside the paint. To the fourth, the Warriors would stay way ahead. It's a family affair. Cammie's freshman sister, Allie Shields, splits the D and gets the off-balance shot to fall. Southern Rustic dominates 62-12.
All right, to the final 2 Class D boys quarters now. Bangor Christian and Easton. That's the 4 and 5 matchup here. Patriots were up before the half. They were up by 3. Jalen Reed almost gets the steal here, but Owen Sweeney's going to get it, and then he's just going to get around the whole Bangor Christian defense with the Euro step, puts it in for 2. That's a 1-point game at the half. Here's Easton again in the third. It's Sweeney. He finds Augustus Bonner, the cutter. He puts it in to give the Bears a 1-point lead. But here come the Patriots. Conrad Straubel gets the 3 off the elbow. He cashes it in. And then with just minutes to play in the fourth, Jalen Reed puts the nail in the coffin. He drains it from downtown. Patriots win 63-55. They're moving on.
Just kind of slow it down, get rebounds, take time off the clock, get a good possession, get a good shot. It's not what a lot of people want to do, but to win games, you have to do it. I mean, it's just what you got to do.
Okay, now for the last Class D quarterfinal matchup here. Unbeaten Southern Rustic taking on Jonesport Beals, defending champs, starting out hot. Trafton Russell picks the pocket of Brevin Kenny, takes it to the bucket for an easy 2. Here are the Warriors again. Drake Weston making some moves. Look at this nice bounce pass right on the money to Ethan Collier. He lays it home. Second quarter, Royals would go on a little bit of a run. This bucket here from 11 makes it a 2-point game, and in the third, this one from Damon Beals marks his 1,000th career point. But the Warriors would unfortunately crash the party. Nice showing out from the fans there, though. Weston, this time, he finds Camden Porter, and he is money from deep. Warriors win big. Final score 64-24.
As I was getting the milestone, just everybody coming around and congratulating me even when it happens, and preparing me before, and I just got to thank my coaches for 4 years of great basketball.
Great stuff there from the senior. Yep. Definitely kind of a bittersweet way to go out, but special career indeed down east. Let's check out those Class D semifinal matchups now, though, starting with the boys, Southern Rustic and Bangor Christian. Moving on, winner of that one will play the winner of Skank and Machias for the regional final.
And now to the girls, Southern Rustic, also the 1 seed there, will face Deer Isle Stonington. And number 6, East Grand, will face Wisdom, number 6 facing the 2.
Again, and that wraps up our Class D semifinals. I'm looking forward to some of those matchups there. Yeah. After that, there was only one class left to play their quarterfinals, with Class C kicking off the evening session at the Cross Center. Let's check out those brackets, starting with the girls, Dexter number 1, Fort Kent number 8, then Central and Mattanock the 4 and 5. Those games will be played on Tuesday. Hodgdon and Central Aroostook the 3 and 6, or 3 and 11 actually. Penobscot Valley and Sumner the 2 and 7.
And for the boys, number 1 Calais, number 8 Penobscot Valley, and number 4 Fort Fairfield, number 5 Woodland. Those games will also be played on Tuesday. And number 3 Dexter and Lee Academy, the number 6, number 2 Fort Kent, number 7 George Stevens Academy. Those 2 games were played tonight.
So Class C set to kick off. They'll play, like we said, the bottom of that bracket Monday night. Concluded all on Tuesday. Let's go to that first Class C girls game here. 11th ranked Central Aroostook trying to get past Hodgdon. We're going to kick this one off in the first quarter. The Panthers with it. They would start out pretty hot. Nice move here from Abby Raines. She gets around, gets to the hole for 2. Back the other way we go here. Here's Aaliyah Matheson. She finds Megan Peters. Gets the defender to jump. Goes right by for the lay-in. Panthers, like we said, they would fight early. A tough bucket inside here for Kyra Fitzherbert. She gets the hoop and the harm. But the Hawks would pull away in the second. Capped off by this buzzer beater from Anna Oliver to make it 26-9 heading into the half. And they keep it rolling in the second. Oliver with it. Baseball throw down to Matheson. She connects through the foul. Hawks win it 47-20.
And for the last girls' game of the evening, second-seeded Penobscot Valley trying to survive and advance past Sumner. First quarter, Howlers with it. Ellie Austin gets it from Holly Loring, and she is money from long range. Then it's going to be Holly to her sister Kaya Loring, and she buries the corner 3. Howlers up early, but the Tigers would fight. 23 spots up for the 3. Front rims it, but 43 is there for the putback. She gets it to fall, but Penobscot Valley was just too much. Second half here. Austin on the outside snips through the lane and gets it to fall for a smooth 2. Howlers win 54-16.
Well, Coach always talks about how important our defense is, because if we can score from our defense, that also creates easy offense, especially from our turnovers, and we're really good at that.
All right, let's go to that first Boys C North quarterfinal. 3-seeded Dexter against 6-seed Lee Academy. The Pandas, first quarter, Dexter's up. Here's Lee's Andrew Scott with a nice spin move, nice fadeaway from the elbow. 10-6 Tigers after 1. Heading into the second quarter now, it's Will Kuzniers, the Husson commit. Gets inside, kicks it to Bryce Connor, and he is money from deep. That makes it 24-16 Dexter at the half. Fourth quarter we go here. It's Nick Allard into the lane, gets past the D. Nice up and under lay-in for 2, switch of hands and everything. Pandas, they would hang around for a bit, but Dexter would pull away. Nice passing here, ends with Kuzniers finding an open Caden Kimball inside for the lay-in. Tigers are going to the semis. They win it 50-40.
We slow it down, take a deep breath, and once again work on defense. We can hold them.
And a few words. Last game of the night was another exciting one. Fort Kent and George Stevens looking to advance. Winner gets Dexter. The 2-7 matchup. First half, Ethan Daigle with it for Fort Kent. Gets to the block, hits a nice fadeaway jumper. Now for the Eagles, Isaiah Nansen running the break. Watch him make the move around the D, and he gets the 2 to fall. Woo! And then here's Nansen again. Offensive rebound, first chance no good, second chance, yes, but yay! And now here's Bryca Valcourt with it for the Warriors, dribbling around, and he's going to get to the hole for 2. Eagles fight to the end, but Fort Kent hangs on to win 38-36. So that is where the boys stand right now. Dexter and Fort Kent, the 3 and the 2 seed, will face each other in the semis. As we said before, Calais and Penobscot Valley and Fort Fairfield and Woodland will play tomorrow.
And for the girls, Hodgdon moving on, Penobscot Valley moving on. Hodgdon, the 4th seed, Penobscot Valley, Hodgdon, the 3 seed, Penobscot Valley, the 2nd seed. That's a misprint right there. They will play for a chance for the Class C North girls semifinals or finals. Coming up next, we have a few guests pay us a visit for a tournament edition of One-on-One. Stay with us.
Comfy, cozy, relaxing. Not Joe. Joe's Furniture. Joe's Furniture Warehouse in Newport is the place to find rockers, recliners, sofas, and easy chairs. Quality furniture, affordable prices. Not your average Joe. Joe's Furniture Warehouse, Grogan Avenue in Newport.
Maine's #1 Kia dealer, Van Sickle Kia, has you covered. Front-wheel drive, all-wheel drive, hybrid, or fully electric. Brand new 2023 Kia Sportage, Sorento, Soul, Forte, and more. Check out the all-new 2023 Kia Niro Hybrid with 54 mpg highway, or the affordable Sporty Forte with 41 mpg highway. Plus, get Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty, the best in the business.
The best cars, the best prices, and the best warranty. I'm Peter Van Sickle. I guarantee it.
General Rental Center has been serving Central Maine with equipment and tool rentals for more than 30 years. Our extensive inventory contains everything you need to get the job done right. Our professional, knowledgeable staff is here to make sure that you get the highest quality rental items to complete your project and that they have been serviced and maintained to the highest standards. Power brooms to get that sand off the lawn, leaf blowers, brush chippers, stump grinders, aerial lifts, tillers, and excavators. We rent most everything. If you don't see it in our online catalog, please ask for it. If we don't have the item you need, we would be happy to help you find it.
Since 1950, Fairhaven Camps, located in Brooks, Maine, has provided quality Christian summer camping experiences to young people from Maine and beyond. At Fairhaven Camps, we empower youth from ages 6 through 17 to seek the truth of the gospel of Jesus Christ. Fairhaven Camps offers day or overnight camps as well as horsemanship and wilderness camps. Fairhaven Camps is now hiring for summer staff and accepting registration for campers. To sign up, apply, or donate, please visit www.fairhavencamps.org or call us today.
Durable, sturdy, stylish. Not Joe. Joe's Furniture. Joe's Furniture Warehouse in Newport is the place to find solid wood, built to last, made in Maine dressers, bureaus, and nightstands. Not your average Joe. Joe's Furniture Warehouse, Grogan Avenue in Newport.
4 Special Forces operatives push 16 celebrities to the limit. They've entered our world. They will play by our rules. Special Forces, World's Toughest Test, Wednesday on Fox.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Fast Break Tourney Edition. We're joined by a few Ellsworth Eagles tonight ahead of their semifinal matchup with the Old Town Coyotes later on this week in this episode of One on One.
Welcome into One-on-One Tournament Edition. I am here with a couple of Ellsworth boys basketball stars, Peter Kaplinski, Chance Mercier. Thanks for coming on tonight, guys.
Of course. Glad that you can have us.
So we'll start Wednesday. Big matchup. Second time you're seeing Old Town this year. It was a 2-point game that first time. What are you guys looking for? What are you guys looking to see them do? What are you thinking they'll do?
Yeah, I mean, they're a great offensive team. They're definitely going to, make a lot of threes. That's one thing we really got to focus on doing is closing out on the perimeter.
That's what you told me.
Yeah, I'm going to tag on with what Peter said. Old Town's they're a contender. They're a great team. If we limit their three-point shooting, I think we can do it. We just got to close out on defense. Offensive rebounds, they like to rebound a lot. Got to limit them, and I think we should be in good shape if we can just limit the three-pointing. Foxcroft played great defense against them, limiting 2 3-pointers. That's impressive.
That's why it was close all the way until the fourth quarter. For you guys, it was close in the first a little bit, and then that second quarter you kind of ran away with it. Kind of exclamation point was your dunk off of the steal. But it looked to me that defense really started that. Was that a game plan there? Was we need to crank it up on defense?
Oh, yeah. We were in the locker room, and we're getting hype. Isaiah Corson's getting us going. And we came out, and it was 15-50 end of the first, but WA hit some tough shots. And then they might do that all game, might not, crank up our defense a little notch. And, we took a lead in the second quarter, and the third quarter, and fourth quarter, and we just kind of blew it all out.
Yeah, what was really working for you guys in that run?
Yeah, I mean, we really upped the intensity on defense, and we got some transition buckets, which is what we've been doing all year. It's definitely what makes our offense go.
You had James as your point guard. He hit that buzzer beater at the end of the third. That was pretty cool. Just how's he been kind of stepping into that point guard role while you play a little bit off the ball more?
Him coming here was great for us. I'm glad we made a bond, a good brotherhood friendship. And him coming, he's stepping up great. He doesn't care about scoring, assists, rebounding. He's team player. He's gonna find the open man. He's gonna take his shots when he knows he can make them, and that's what we want him to do.
There's one stat that matters to a guy like that. It's a W. Just what's it like playing with a guy like that?
Yeah, I mean, he's my guy. Driving to school every morning.
Really?
Oh yeah.
That's kind of funny.
He's a great team player. Makes our offense go.
What's been really, you guys are unbeaten still. It's heading into the semifinals. What's been working for you guys this year? I know you lost Hunter, you lost Gage. You kind of had to replace those roles, but what was the learning curve like at the beginning, and just how have you guys kind of come to form?
I think we've grown a lot. Pete's our big man. We lost Hunter's rebounding, right? But Pete has stepped into that role perfectly. What's working for us right now is transition points. We're just running and gunning again.
And it's the ball movement too. That was key last year, and that's the running and gunning too. What's it like, kind of stepping into an offense like that was so fast? Was it quick at first, or did it take some getting used to? Or what was it like coming in a role?
I mean, I feel like everyone's just been stepping up in their role, and I mostly the guys like Chance and Miles and Joe are the ones really running the floor a lot. I'm usually in the back, but
Pete gets a little mad when he boxes out, and I'll just come take his rebound.
Well, that's the point of boxing out. It's your guy doesn't
exactly.
It's those things that don't show up on the stat sheet
that
really lead to that. I remember last year you and Hunter came on, and you said something about you took Coach's truck here. What's the relationship like between you guys and Coach? It seems the buy-in is there every single year.
Coach Austin, obviously great coach. I think we're very close to them. If we need to get some shots up, he'll let us. He's there for us if we need him. And then individually, we're all brothers. Like, we're family now, and it's just what it is.
You mentioned that chemistry, just off the court. What's special about this group right here that's led to all that success on the court?
Yeah, I mean, for the past few months, we've been like spending every day together. You know, we always are with each other. We got great chemistry.
In practice, like, we'll get after it. Like, we'll get each other angry, and like in practice, we'll get a little testy, angry, and then we'll just let it go.
Yeah, it's all
we're
love
just pushing each other to make each other better.
One of my favorite basketball stories is the Michael Jordan, Steve Kerr thing,
Yep.
and then they went on to win the championship
Right.
that year. Jordan hit the assist to Kerr. Just what's it like? This will be my last question. You've done it for a couple of years. I think you were on the team last year too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Playing at the Cross Center and just playing in front of those crowds in that atmosphere of the tournament.
Yeah, our first game there was Saturday. It was probably the funnest game of the year so far. You know, it's a really fun environment. It gets loud in there. It's really just, it's fun playing on the big court, on the big stage.
Win it straight.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. I mean, all the fans looking down at you guys. You're a little nervous, but like once you get playing, you don't really think of it. But it's unbelievable.
Awesome. Wednesday morning, Old Town Ellsworth should be a great one. We'll have more on that matchup tomorrow night. But for now, that's all from you guys. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah.
Really
Thanks
appreciate it.
Thanks for having us.
More after this.
We're lucky to live in Maine. We have a wealth of natural resources, hardworking people, and time for the things that matter. Mechanical Services is all about Maine, with energy efficiency that protects our environment and helps businesses grow. Preventive maintenance and energy solutions that save money. How Maine is that? Mechanical Services. We're everywhere you are in Maine.
It's the Toyota Washington's Birthday Sales Event at your all-wheel drive headquarters, giving you, for a short time only, cash-saving deals. Right now, you could save up to $1,300 cash with low 3.99% financing on an all-wheel drive Highlander. And every Highlander comes with 2 years no-cost maintenance and more. Hurry to the Toyota Washington's Birthday Sales Event for cash-saving deals, only at your New England Toyota dealer, your all-wheel drive headquarters. Toyota, let's go places.
Does your vehicle need a little more work? Have an odd sound coming from somewhere? Bring it over to Jackson's Automotive in Old Town. We have the best technicians and offer a fair price. We also accept all aftermarket protection plans. Now, if you're unable to drive your vehicle to us, we can help you get it here. Also, if you'd like to protect your vehicle for years to come, we offer Wool Wax undercarriage protection. We're located at 546 Main Street in Old Town. Give us a call at 827-2676.
Where will your new Chevy take you this year? Anywhere. Find new experiences. Find new roads. Get 2.99% financing for 5 years on all 2022 Silverado 1500 pickups, or get $1,250 cash allowance on this Silverado with a 2.7-liter engine. Plus, current Chevy owners get an additional $2,500 cash allowance.
It is said that the eyes are the windows into the soul, which begs the question, can a window have a soul? At Renewal by Andersen, we think so. When it's a window forged from Fibrix and over 100 years of refined craftsmanship, the essence of who we are transforms into a superior, stunningly beautiful window. So yes, a window can have a soul. For a limited time, take advantage of this great offer. Find out why we are the better way to a better window. Renewal by Andersen.
We're coming up there! See you never!
Gordon Ramsay does not do losing.
Hurry up! Hurry up!
We on Next Level Chef, baby.
Next Level Chef, Thursday on Fox.
Welcome again to Fast Break Tournament Edition here. Tyler Cruz, Ryan Sudol, presented by Coastal Auto Parts and Dorsey Furniture. Thank you for staying with us. Still have a couple of minutes to kill here, and there was a lot of action that took place today. Like we said earlier, 9 a.m. tip for the start, 9 p.m. tip for the end. Class D all wrapped up. Lots to talk about. That means let's kick it to the rebound.
Let's do it.
All right, Ryan, I will let you take the reins here to start us off. You saw a few defending regional champs. You saw the Dexter boys defending regional champ. You saw Southern Aroostook girls defending state champion. I saw Southern Aroostook boys defending state champion. Who impressed you the most today? When you left the Cross Center today, who was fresh on your mind?
Southern Aroostook girls, by far. I mean, I don't care that Ashland's the 8th seed. They beat them 62-12. I mean, it's their first 3-loss season in years, but they didn't look like it. I mean, all those losses were against Class C teams, so they're unbeaten in D, and they stayed that way today. These girls are a perfect machine. There's not just one player that's the top star. All of them contribute almost equally to the squad. I mean, the Shields family, sisters Cammie and Allie and their cousin Maddie. Anytime you get an atmosphere like that within a team, you know that the chemistry is going to be off the charts, and then it'll spread to the rest of the players. Of course, their offense is just so efficient. Not a lot of sharpshooting going on, just clean, good basketball, plus their defense. That bucket you just saw was one of 2 buckets they allowed the entire second half. I wouldn't want to face this Warriors team even on their worst day. I don't think anybody in Class D wants to either.
Yeah, Class D North and South, they're an absolute wagon. They won the state championship last year, the year before that. When there was no state championship, they probably would have won the state championship anyways.
You said some girls.
A lot of these girls have been playing that year since 8th grade.
Yes.
So, like you said, the chemistry's off the charts. These girls, there's not really a JV program there, so there's they take the 8th graders and they're like, we need some players. But it's not like a bad thing because the 8th graders can play just as well as some of the, juniors and sophomores from other teams. So these girls have all been playing together for so long, and not only have they just been playing together for so long, but they've been winning for so long. So they know what it takes to get to that state championship game, and they know what it takes to bring it home. They know what to do when their back's against the wall. Very impressive team. You got to see one of the state's best today. I commend you for waking up early to get there. I want to talk some Class C girls. Let's talk some Class C girls now. We said they weren't stacked. We said they were stacked heading in.
Yeah.
We weren't kidding. After today, I'm already excited for those semifinals matchups. Let's talk about Penobscot Valley first. That defense, we did a story on them last Friday. Smothered. 2 points the second quarter, 0 points in the fourth quarter, 16 points overall. So that's 14 points between the first and the third. I think 8 of those points came within a couple of minutes span, and we were like, what's going on here? They just scored a lot of baskets. That hasn't happened much today. And then when you go to Hodgdon, too, they have Anna Oliver, the sophomore who already has offers from Big East schools. Then you have Aaliyah Matheson, who can shoot with everybody else. You got Megan Peters right there, who had a couple of quick buckets on the inside. These girls are all over you on defense. Physically, too. Physically all over you on defense. And offense, they move the ball so well. Anna Oliver, such a high IQ at that point guard position. I've never seen her make a bad pass. Last year in the tournament, she was driving across the top of the key. Didn't stop, didn't change her momentum at all. Just fired a baseball pass at least 70 miles an hour into the paint, no look, right on the money. She's been doing it since she was a freshman, and she has been impressive all that whole time. Let's take a look now after we talked a lot about that Monday action. Let's see what's going on for Tuesday. Only 4 games on Tuesday. We get a little bit of a break here. They don't tip off until 4 p.m. All of these games at the Cross Center. Central and Mattanock, those two split in the regular season. Excited to see what Izzy Allen does in her second stint at the Cross Center here. Dexter and Fort Kent, they'll wrap up the Class C North girls field. Ryan, you've seen Dexter a few times this year. Their girls can play as well. Like I said, Class C North girls, absolutely stacked. Fort Fairfield and Woodland at 7 p.m. Calais and Penobscot Valley boys take us out at 8:30. So, a lot of action tomorrow that I'm excited for. We'll also have our X's and O's segment again. I know we teased that a little last year. Adam Robinson will be joining the show tomorrow.
The GOAT is coming.
He's got to follow up Chance Mercier and Peter Kablinski there. It's a big task ahead of him. Some big shoes to fill for him. But that's all the time we have for tonight. We will be back tomorrow with more Fast Break. I'll be here on ABC 7 at 11 o'clock. My words aren't working. With more Fast Break coverage. We'll see you back here tomorrow.
For more local news coverage, switch over to our sister station, ABC 7, right now for ABC 7 News at 11.
comes the next hit drama, an all-new Will Trent.